brook trout here before. Oh, he just came off.
Hi there, welcome to the New Fly Fisher. I'm your host, Jenna McEwen, and today's show is all about remote outposts. My father and I are in Northern Ontario with White River Air Service, and we're going to some incredible remote outpost locations for brook trout. I can't wait to share this adventure with you. Stay with us.
On today's show, my father and I are the guests of White River Air Service, a company based out of Algoma Country in Northern Ontario. White River Air has been a family-run business for over 25 years. Dan McLaughlin has been flying float planes throughout the north for a very long time and is well trusted by anglers and hunters. Dan and his wife Brandy run nearly 20 remote outpost camps in this massive wilderness region. These outposts, that are essentially cottages in the wilderness, are located on some of the best fishing lakes possible. From small outposts that hold 4 anglers, to larger facilities that can hold up to a dozen people, they have outpost fishing experiences for everyone. As fly fishers, the outpost that excited my father and I the most was Peeny Lake, because it features only wild brook trout. Peeny Lake Outpost is located only 27 miles from the airbase, which translates into a short 15-minute flight by float plane. The lake is approximately 2.5 miles long and is connected to a river system that flows into Puckaskawa National Park. The remoteness of this lake, combined with its proximity to the national park, ensures good populations of wild brook trout. Though we only have 2 days to fish both the lake and the river, we are not overly concerned. The fishery here is so good that we are confident we will catch lots of brook trout using various techniques. For our first day, we have decided to drive down the river to search for brook trout in pools, river bends, and riffles. We hope the dry fly action will be on, but it's hard to tell at this point. We drove to the outflow of the lake, then pulled our small boat over a beaver dam. My father made one cast before doing this and was already into a beautiful brookie.
You got a fish?
Yeah, I got one.
Yes, good job, Dad.
So that was really cool. I actually saw that fish follow. Oh, that was sweet. And the fly already popped out. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful brook trout. And turn it upside down, and away he goes. Shoots off. As you see down below, winds through, there's a nice big pond, and that's where Jen and I are going to find some big brook trout.
We decided to explore a bit first before wetting a line. As we traveled down the small and winding river, we saw lots of ideal structure that would likely hold brook trout. Bend pools, beaver lodges, undercut banks, and large pools. At one pool, we saw some fish rising and decided to stop and try our luck. We tried casting dry flies to the intermittent rising trout, but could not trigger a take. So we decided to switch to subsurface flies such as woolly buggers and almost immediately had success.
I was doing just what you told me to. The fish whacked the fly and I let some line back and he grabbed it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't do that. They make the mistake of when they're stripping in. Oh, that's a nice one. Let me wet the net here. It's got a nice color to it.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So we've swung our flies out here and I was just repositioning us for casting. Oh, that's a nice one, Jenna. Okay, bring it heads up. There we go. Oh, beautiful colors, Jenna. That's a beauty.
And there he goes.
Well, that's one of the great things that can happen here. There's so many brook trout. We were basically getting ready to reposition. I had my line out the back here, and suddenly I realized my rod was kind of bouncing because I hooked a fish. Took my fly.
Any size, Dad?
I'd say it's about 12 inches, 13. It's not a huge one. You're still winning with the biggest fish, of course. Then you got a scoop.
There we go.
There you go. In small streams, this would be a big fish. Here, this is a little itty bitty one. We're looking for the 18, 16 inches, a big and fat red. They're different than the lake ones. But I'm gonna let them go now. There you go, buddy.
When we return, my father and I travel farther downriver and hit a bonanza of brook trout. My father and I continued down the river, searching for likely structure that would hold brook trout. We found a wide bend in the river, which featured a combination of deep and shallow water with adjoining weeds. Almost immediately, we were into trout using woolly buggers.
Fish on.
All right, Jenna. Well, it's a nice one. You lose it? Or you
Nope,
still
got
him?
him. I thought I saw a flash, and I was just about to pull my line up, so I did what my dad always tells me to do and just kind of slowly retrieve the fly and pull your line in, and came up and grabbed it.
All right, so let me just reach for the net. So we've stopped at a wide spot in the river, which I saw from the air. What the net here? Oh, that's a nice one, Jenna. And there's a whole bunch of places. We only get part of a day here. So what we thought we'd do is just hit a bunch of spots I saw from the air, but we saw places to fish. Get that hook out. We saw places to fish on the way here. And I mean, it's only 45 minutes to the river. And this is just an offshoot of the main river coming from the lake. And there's trout all the way through it. There's your fly, Jenna.
Thanks, Dad.
And I'm gonna wet my hands a little more. Beautiful one. Okay, I'll gently put him down here. And away it goes. The water's nice and cold. I'd say it's in the 50s. Okay, now, Jenna, let's get another one.
Okay.
Oh, you got one, Jen?
Yeah, I got one. I didn't even realize I had one on because I turned to listen to something my dad was saying on the other end of the boat, and I felt the little tug, and I looked back, and there he was, jumping out of the water.
All right, you want to bring him to me?
Yeah.
Head first. That's a nice one. There we go, beautiful.
Thanks, Dad.
Problem. Let him shake for a second here. Yeah, we're seeing chasing emergers here and there. There's not a steady pattern. Okay, oh, look at that. Another beautiful brook trout. It's
Absolutely stunning.
about a 12 inch. Oh, there, he's ready to go. Okay, good job, Jenna.
Thanks, Dad.
So many rookies. Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Good job. Do you want me to help you?
No, I got him.
Okay. Fish on.
Oh, nice, Jenna. That happened fast. Oh, that's a good one, too. Well done. Let me get my line in. Just take it easy. Let him fight, Jenna. Let him fight. Let me get my line in.
Okay.
Oh, beautiful colors in that one. All right. wet this net again. Okay, head first. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, shake for a second here. And they'll calm down, get the net closed.
Ooh, look, the fly just popped right out.
Did it already?
Yeah.
You get any slime? We're wetting our hands. This is fun. This is a lot of fun. Good job, Jenna.
Thanks, Dad.
The technique my father and I successfully used was to vary our retrieves to catch these brook trout. We noticed that when the sun came out, a slower retrieve worked better, as the fish seemed shy. But when it clouded over, a faster and more aggressive retrieve was necessary, which resulted in explosive takes.
Fish
There
on.
you go. Well done, Jenna. Good job.
Thanks.
Oh, that's a nice thick one. Oh, he's off. There you go. Well done.
Got it.
Because what they do, Jen, is they lay on the bottom and they're looking up. As food comes over the top there, they'll hit it.
Yeah, these ones are quite a bit thicker.
These, and look how light this one is in coloration compared to the ones we're getting downstream. You got him in, Jen? Oh, look at that.
Got him?
Yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. This one's like so light colored. Oh. That's the other thing about trout, especially brook trout. Hey, want to jump.
Next, we fished Peeny Lake, searching for a trophy brook trout. Stay with us. Today, my father and I have decided to fish the main lake, where our cabin is located. Like his other locations, Dan has a comfortable and well-equipped cabin built overlooking this scenic lake. It is ideal for 2 to 4 anglers, and all you have to bring is your food, fishing gear, and sleeping bags. This experience offers fly fishers the opportunity to affordably fish for true wild brook trout on both a lake and a river setting. Initially, my father recommended we troll our flies using intermediate fly line in order to locate the fish. However, we quickly realized that that was not necessary. Structures such as rocky points, fallen trees, and even weed edges held brook trout in abundance.
Hold tight to him. Okay, hold tight.
I'm
Hang
holding
on.
tight. Should I reel?
Yeah. So what I want you to do, I'm going to turn the boat. Turn the boat here. All right, Jenna. First fish.
Yes.
All right, let me get my line in, sweetheart.
Okay.
So, to explain what we're doing here, just give me a second, Jenna. Oh, it's a nice little brookie. What we're doing, we wanted to see, let me wet this net, we wanted to see where the brook trout are in this lake. It's not a big lake, but we wanted to find out right away. And so what we did, got around my line. Okay,
Yeah.
just bring him here, head up.
Bring him here, head up.
Head up.
Oh, it's a nice little guy.
There you go, got him.
Thanks, Dad.
And what we wanted to do was find out where the fish were. So one of the ways you can do that is use an intermediate line on one side, closer to shore, and a sinking line on the other side. And we just put on some woolly buggers. We've trolled 2 minutes. And we thought maybe the trout would be holding against these rock faces because they're going to be radiating heat a lot better than some of the other spots. And well, that didn't take long, did it, Jenna?
No, it didn't.
Okay. And there's the fly that did the work. Little woolly bugger.
Thanks,
And I'm
Dad.
going to wet my hand here. Good job, Jenna. And this is about a 16-incher. And these are wild brook trout here in Northern Ontario. Look at that, beautiful fish. You know, beautiful. And let him go. There he goes. So now we know where they are. We're going to cast it. Okay, so we're in a 14-foot boat, so it's not real big, but it's actually perfect for 2 people. It's a small lake, so winds don't really come up. And what we've done, now that we've located the trout, by just doing a quick troll, we're gonna cast and drift along here. I've switched to an intermediate, Jenna's using an intermediate. We're gonna do a countdown on this. We're using woolly buggers. I've got a white one on and Jenna's got a black one. The black one worked first, but I'll still try the white one for a bit, and if it's the black that works, then I'll switch too. So we gotta vary things up to find out what works.
Like in the river, the brook trout here are average 15 to 16 inches in length. However, trophy trout of 18 to 20 inches are often caught. The equipment we are using includes 5 and 6 weight rods and 8 to 9 foot lengths. For the river, we actually could have used a 4-weight rod, especially if the dry fly action had happened. The fly lines you will need are principally floating and intermediate lines. These will address all the conditions you will encounter.
Oh, I just had a hit too. Using the motor here to position us, get a little bit of breeze. Of course, I forgot the anchor, but got another little brookie here. Jenna's just reaching for the net.
Any size to it?
No, he's not that big. I think you're still winning on the biggest brook trout of the day, but he was in the corner over here. And Jenna just wet the net. I'll bring him in by the head. And these guys. You know, and a 4 or 5 weight rods would be great. We brought 6s because we're using these rods also for walleye.
And they're so beautiful here. They're darker on top, but the color is just amazing.
Oh, there you go. It's not the best release, but it's a fish.
Wow, look at that.
Jen and I have both gone to intermediate lines. We brought floating lines and we brought full sinking lines. Having the different types of lines is great for versatility, and obviously we brought different types of flies. Woolly buggers, streamers, dry flies, even dragonfly nymphs. We just got to play around a bit to find out what they're looking for. But my favorite, undoubtedly, and the best searching pattern for these brook trout here in Northern Ontario, a black woolly bugger. It seems to work all the time.
For some reason, my father and I could not locate the bigger brook trout, but that's not really a complaint, as we caught dozens of nice trout between 12 to 16 inches. Of course, my father just had to catch the biggest fish of the day, just before the plane arrived.
There we go.
You got a fish?
Yeah, fish.
Good job, Dad.
It's actually a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it around over here.
Okay.
This looks like a decent fish.
Okay, I'm just gonna wet
Turn
my
off
hands.
the motor here.
Okay. All right, I wet my hands. I'm gonna get the net wet.
Okay. Oh, beautiful.
Good size?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's about a 16-incher.
Good job, Dad.
Nice thick one. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm
Get the
ready.
head up. Look at the colors on this one. This is beautiful. Hate to say it, this is bigger than the one you got before.
Ah,
There you go.
okay.
Oh, wow, that is a good one. Nice, plump, wild brook trout. There, got the net there, back. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fish. Look at the colors, sweetheart.
It's gorgeous.
Put him here. Revise for a second. And away he goes.
Good job, Dad.
Wow.
Good job.
Thanks, Jenna. You know, that's what's great about these remote outposts that we're enjoying here, is that here we are in Northern Ontario. We can fly fish for northern pike, brook trout, lake trout. There's all different types of species. But the cool thing is you fly into these lakes and the lake's yours for the whole week. That's what's so special.
And it's just us, and it's such a great bonding experience too.
Yeah, being in the wilderness. So let's see if we can get some more, Jenna.
Yeah, good job, Dad.
Thanks.
That's the end of our adventure here in Northern Ontario. We've had an absolutely incredible time and caught some great fish. If you'd like to learn more about White River Air Service or the amazing outpost opportunities available, visit us on the web at thenewflyfisher.com. From all of us here at The New Fly Fisher, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Tom Rosenbauer. For videos like the one you just saw and more, subscribe to our channel. You don't want to miss our weekly uploads of educational videos, exciting trips, and much more.
The New Fly Fisher has been made possible thanks to Algoma Country, GoFishingOntario.com, Orvis Sporting Traditions, Rio Products, Superfly, fly fishing made easy.